Good morning. Welcome to another Thursday Fiberific live craft and chat. We are live here on YouTube for a change. It's not a change, it's totally the same. But what is different is we do have special guest in the house today, mod extraordinaire Kim. Hang on, Kim. There we go. There you are. You're all in. Say hi, Kim. that works. That works if you turn on the microphone. So because we are in close proximity to each other, our microphones might pick up each other's voices. We have been trying to test that and make it not happen. So if it's a bit hinky and weird, let us know in the chat. We don't really know what to do to fix it other than mute Kim's mic. So that's the option. It's nuclear. Where are the crowns? Kim? That's okay. Kim had to remember 500,000 things, and 2 of them were not the crowns. So we have no crowns for today for working on our Queen cowl. Last night I thought, do you know what? I'm going to message Tinna. Oh my God. I'm going to message the designer of the Queen cowl, whose name I cannot say. I'm sorry, Tinna. I don't have the skills. And I don't want to trash it, so I'm just not going to go there. And I asked permission to work on my Queen cowl while we were live today. I was not expecting a reply, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to work on my Battenberg and go from there. But Tinna replied back, and there's one condition, which is I cannot show the chart. And I think that is so amazing. So today, while we're live chatting, I'm going to try and not destroy the work I'm doing on my Queen. There's a good possibility that I'll just be working the same section over and over again and pulling it out and keeping on going and pulling it back out again, because, you know, let's not concentrate while we do something new. So we're going to be I'm going to be working on my Queen cowl. So I've got that here. I've got my 2 colors that I'm currently working on. What are you guys all working on? Let me know in the chat. We've got lots of you who already jumped in. Oh, I wanted to say good morning, Naughty Little Skein, and thank you so much for your stickers this morning. I really appreciate it, and it's becoming a bit of a thing, isn't it? It's like I come in and I'm like, oh my God, Naughty Little Skein's already been here. I don't know if you're going to be in the live or not today. I saw that the chat was moving and that you replied, but I couldn't scroll. Anyway, I hope you get to stay at least for a little while, and I really appreciate you super chatting every week, and the stickers are so adorable today, so thank you. Good morning to Bob and Kathy and Freaky Geek were going hard in the chat this morning. I could see that going on. Caitlin's working on a knitted baby jumper. Freaky's working on his spelling. I mean, that's important. That's important, for sure. Oh dear. Making a lightweight Katrina's wheel blanket for my partner from Vanfia. Was it Catherine's? Sorry, Kim. Thank you, Catherine's wheel. You know, Chantel's glasses still haven't arrived yet, so you know the chat's quite small. I'm gonna see, because I've moved some things off this screen. I am gonna see if I can made it bigger. I might be able to read it. Hang on a second. It did move me. Okay. I know, but normally I have other stuff on this screen, so I can't zoom it. But I made sure none of the other stuff was on that screen. Anyway, Kelly is working while listening. Oh, well, thank you for joining in anyway, Kelly. I appreciate that. Kathy says, I'm working on my Havana number 2 border. Havana number 1 next until she gets her yarn for her Queen cowl. How many of us have had yarn supply issues for our Queen cowl or any blankets that we're working on at the moment? Kim's had problems. She's waiting on her yarn. Mine took a bit longer than usual for sure, but it is here now. It arrived a couple of days ago, and I've just been crazy trying to catch up. Sally's got her cuppa. Awesome, Sally. Bubby's working on rainbow socks. They're the Fiberific rainbow socks, right? Because your kit should be there. Did you? Oh, Has your Mystery Lace Club arrived yet with the stitch markers? I got my T2 Licorice Legs tea today. Not a sponsor, T2, come on. In my Fiberific, you know, cup of awesome. If you want your own Fiberific cups or project bags or stickers or whatever, you can get those over and the Redbubble store for Fiberific. I'm sure Kim will throw a link in at some stage. Kim has the face cam mug. I didn't notice that you just put that, the eyes. I was just like, what are you doing? And then I realized it took me a second. I'm a bit slow, okay? Good morning, Jen Deal. Rebecca Nelson finally got her hair pink. That's awesome, Rebecca. Lindsay says, I'm currently waiting on my shipment from you and one from Germany. The wait isn't the problem. Luckily, I have a stash to keep me occupied. Go the stash. Do you know there's people, like legit real human crafters, who don't keep a stash? They literally buy the yarn they need for their current project and that is it. They're real. They're real, Kim.
Not me.
They're not me either. They're definitely not me yet. Bub says no MLC yet, maybe tomorrow. Oh, I hope it gets there soon. It's got your stitch markers that I forgot to put in for your kit. Diamond says no way, get out of town. Lindsay says I don't think those people can be trusted. Diamond says she can't hear Kim. Is your microphone on, Kim? Hang on a second. No, it was me. I may have accidentally not had your microphone turned on my end. Because when I changed, because I have to do it for every single screen.
Oh,
so
no.
when I changed screen, it wasn't there. Yeah, tell me about it. Kathy says, I have so much yarn, but it's never what I need. No, I know, me too. I have a friend that doesn't understand the concept of a stash. She doesn't crochet or knit. Well, I can kind of understand the non-crafters of the world not understanding the importance of the stash. But it's when they're crafters that I'm just like, what? I don't understand. What do you mean you only keep the yarn? What happens if you want to make another thing and there's no shot? There's no yarn for you to make it and you have to go to the shops again. Oh, Bub wants to know where Snowy is. Well, Bub, I only have like the input ability for one extra webcam at the moment.
I'm sorry.
And I had to choose between Kim and Snowy. Snowy's outside laying in the sun with the legs in the air like a little cockroach. No, she is. Did you see her at the back? Yeah. She's very funny. They are. Maybe they stash something else. Maybe they do. Snowy's with Winter. Oh gosh. Some people only work on one thing at a time. They are truly unhinged. Do you know? I'll tell you something. I'm not a work on one thing at a time kind of person, as you all know, but I also don't finish things very often. And I think people who work on one thing at a time but still maintain a stash, I can deal with them, and I understand. Did Kim just called me a craft floozy? I mean, she's not wrong.
I don't like you being able to read these.
Yeah, it's nice being able to actually read the chat. Like, I didn't realize how bad my eyes were until I couldn't. Anyway, something I've noticed, Kim, is the Fiberific logo is right in your face. So I may have to move. No, I'm going to have to move your whole box. When it's just Snowy, no, it doesn't matter. But when it's a human person, that just doesn't feel right. Hang on a second. I just need to unlock the Snowy cam and move you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The watermark.
No, it wasn't.
On this screen here, it's got a watermark right through your face. I'm moving you anyway.
Oh,
I might move you to this side because I keep looking at you there. There we go. Oh, that's creepy. There we go. Okay.
And we can look at each other.
Woohoo! All right. I mean, I'm not going to do it for every single shot, Kim. I'm really not. But there we go. That one was fun. I'll lock that back down. Sorry, guys. Oh, Darwin says there's no watermark.
The watermark only comes when I hover my mouse over the screen.
Oh, see, I see the watermark the whole time. But I like you there because then it doesn't look like I'm doing this, looking in the opposite direction of you when I'm talking to you. Alright, well, I won't move any others and I'll move that one back a bit later. Okay. Hey, Blind Needle, welcome to the chat. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop us down into a double camera. There we go. So I've got my queen cowl here that I'm working on. I have just changed colour last night. I am working on the, which one's this called? Hang on, I can never remember because, you know, like for those that are doing it, I'm working on the traditional queen in the Tequila Sunrise colorway. But when I say the Tequila Sunrise colorway, I mean my version of the Tequila Sunrise colorway using Brava worsted from Knitpicks. I didn't buy a kit because I went and put together my own colors, and but I really liked the Tequila Sunrise, but I wanted it to be bigger, so I wanted worsted weight. This is my first one of Tina's mosaic patterns that I've done. Well, I did a little heart square. That's one of Tina's, isn't it? Yeah, so I've done the little heart square and I did the little mosaic homework, but this is the first like legit proper, it's going to be a whole project. Is this all the colors you're using? No, if you check out the Fiberific Instagram page, there I've got the purple, which will be the color B through the whole project. So this dark purple, which looks nearly black, but is just a very nice dark purple. Through the whole project, doing all the mosaic over the top, and then I've actually got 12 colors running underneath that'll run through to the middle and then back out again to the other side. But yeah, I've got it over on my Instagram feed, just a photo of the order I'm going to be doing all the colors in. What I'll be doing is I'll make a list of the color names that I used in the Knitpick, so that'll come up over on the Fiberific website page, along with an affiliate link for Knitpicks if you decide you want to purchase any of the colors. Kathy says purple is the color I need the most. Oh, I know. This one's worsted weight acrylic. So yeah, I ended up going with the acrylic for this one to start with, but I got to about here, like this section here, and went, yeah, I'm going to be making another one of these, and I think I'm going to do it probably in like bamboo cotton from It's Crochet Clock or something like that. Because I really, like, I don't know, I definitely need more of these in my life. I'm this far in and I'm already planning 3 more projects. Lindsay's saying, I've never done one of Tina's, but I've eyed Rosina Plain's Christmas one that's coming up. Letitia's Holiday, I think it's called. It's so cute. Ah, she's rushing Easter with those nice nails. Oh, thank you for my nail compliments. I liked the rainbow that we did last time, but I wanted something with a bit more color. So we played in the colors, and my nail lady was amazing, and she was not at all judgmental that I wanted 5 different colors again. She doesn't think that's weird at all. Yes, she does. She really does. But she just lets me do it. She's like, whatever. Okay. Let me just now. So yeah. So while I'm working on this today, I'm not allowed to show the chart, so I won't be showing the chart. In the description down below, I've got links to Tina's Ravelry page. So if you like this pattern, now is the time to buy it, even if you're not going to have time to make it, because while the cowl is running, the crochet along, the pattern's half price. So get that pattern into your library while it's cheap, and because it's worth every cent. Like it was $5, like USD, and it's been worth, like, I'm up to here, and I already think it's worth every cent. She's got a Facebook group that's giving people assistance. She's got like a mod team that are amazing, that are just getting in and helping as many people as possible. She has got a YouTube channel with step-by-step instructions, her Instagram feed with color inspirations. You need to go and check it all out. I've put links to, I think, pretty well everything in the description below. So go and check it out. Yes, you do judge me well enough. Thanks very much, Kim. Where are we? It's beautiful, and I'm really enjoying working on it. I just wanted to check out where I was up to so that I could start crocheting. The last night I really wanted to start this next color. The night before I'd stayed awake very late crocheting. And then yesterday I felt like death warmed up because I hadn't had anywhere near enough sleep. Because while I am at my daughter's on school holidays, there's no reason to get up early. I had forgotten to turn my alarm off. And so after going to bed at like something dumb like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I was up at 6:30 and couldn't get back to sleep. So yesterday I did not have enough sleep and I felt pretty ordinary. So then yesterday afternoon I fell asleep. I thought I'll just go and lay down and stretch my legs a little and just be a little bit relaxed and comfortable. And then next thing you know, my husband and daughter are waking me up for dinner. So I was just like, whoops. So then last night I couldn't get to sleep again because I just had a massive power nap. So again, stayed up until dumb o'clock. Don't really want to admit what time I was up until. But I changed my alarm for this morning, so I did not wake up at 6:30. I woke up at 7:30. Sometimes that hour is all important, don't you reckon, Kim? What do you mean no? How is not an extra hour of sleep good?
It's supposed to be 45 minutes. It's supposed to be sleep cycle.
Oh, they're 90 minutes. They're 90-minute REM cycles.
So you've got to do like.
Yeah, but like, you know, if you're right, and I used to actually change my wake up time depending on my going to sleep time to make sure I got those REM cycles, and I felt a lot better for it. But geez, it was a pain in the butt, honestly. Yeah, that's right. Because you've got to make sure that you're asleep as soon as, like, say you lay in bed at 9 and you're like, right, I have to stay awake until 9:30 so that I've got the right REM cycle sorted, so that I can get up at 7 feeling amazing rather than getting up at 6:45 and feeling like trash. It was after midnight. Yes, it was. It was after 1. Yes. But I still, you know, I'm alright. I'm okay. I'll make it through the day, I'm sure. Oh dear. Today's a big day. We've got live stream this morning, and then I'm out for lunch with some friends, and then I've got to come home and pack orders and what have yous, get those into the post, and then I've got to take my daughter to work. Was it to tell you it's time to go to bed? Yeah. What size hook am I using? I am using a 5mm hook with the Brava worsted weight. The 5mm just felt, I tried a 4.5 and it just felt a little too dense for me. We're not in a really cold climate. I mean, it's not cold at all, really. Even our winters are a bit of a joke. It's like, oh, look, you needed a long sleeve shirt for 2 days. So I wanted something that looked pretty but wasn't thick. Does that make sense? It was very thick. It was very like there was no drape to it. It was nearly cardboardy at 4.5.
Well, they do.
Yeah, they do, and that's why I decided to give the 5 a whirl. I mean, it probably would have been clever to do some sort of gauge swatch because I was also adapting the pattern to make it actually fit my queen size bed with little bits hanging over on each side, because 1.5 meters by 2 meters, which is what the pattern is not an Australian queen bed. I think that's not even a double, is it? It might be a double, but it's definitely not a queen. The queen here is 2 meters by 2 meters. Yeah, but you want it the same size as a quilt. So, so I wanted to make it fit. So I'd done all this math, right? Worked out, okay, to get the extra length I need to do an extra 3 repeats. So I chained 299 instead of the 251 that the pattern says. And then I did the first foundation row, and I was like, right, that's stable enough. I went and put it over my bed. I was just like, it's basically to the floor, and I was just like, oh. I hadn't allowed the differences between the worsted weight measurements and the DK weight measurements, and the fact that I'm using a 5mm instead of a 4mm. And so basically, once I worked it all out, the perfect number of stitches to have that lovely little bit over the sides with the worsted weight for a queen size bed in Australia, 2.2 meters by 2 meters, was 251 stitches. So luckily I just pulled back to where I wanted on the first foundation row, and then I unpicked the chain and pulled it back to the edge. I was not rechaining and redoing that many stitches. It was not going to happen. Kelly lost sound. Is there anyone else lost sound, or are we all good? You can hear me? Okay, all right. Oh, Kelly says, yeah, my bad. Okay, all right. Pat says, I switched from a 4.5 to a 5. What yarn are you using, Pat? Just out of curiosity. Are you making a queen? So who here in the chat is actually making a queen cowl, or planning to when their yarn arrives? I know that there's a lot of delays with the yarns at the moment. Sally says that she can't hear Kim when she talks. Hang on a second. Let me just double check that I have. No, there we go. I turned your audio off again. You're good now, Kim.
I was going to say, I think if you talk and I talk at the same time, more important.
Oh, yeah, I'm so totes important. Oh, yeah, important chick. No, I'd actually forgotten to flick your audio on here. Sorry, Kim.
Yeah.
My bad. Excuse me. So every time I change scenes, I have to remember to turn on Kim's camera and audio.
That's not a pain.
Kim's like, she has no issues with this. So yeah. Which is one of the advantages to the new software I'm trialing and testing and working on, is that doesn't happen. If you have a thing in a shot, it's on, it's working. Ricky says, I started making a sweater that now has to be put away for a while as I ran out of yarn in Mosaic with no pattern to follow. Oh, whatever size when I run out of yarn. Yeah, it's terrible. Pat Jacobs is making a queen and using worsted weight yarn. Yeah, I definitely found the 5 was better for the worsted weight, at least for me. I know everyone's tension and gauge are different.
So I went to have to use 6.
Oh, I'm so used to having to repeat you, Kim. That was like, yep, death grip. Poor Diewench. I'm so sorry, Diewench. Your death grip is going to probably... We need a cup that has death grip written on it. For show. For show. Bub says I'm going to do the small one for practice. Oh, there you go. That's clever. Like, there's a thread in Tinna's Facebook page, and I may have mentioned that I was going to be having a go at a full queen, like large traditional, and it was and it was my first one of her patterns, and it was commented upon that it might be a bit ambitious.
Yeah, very ambitious for you.
Very ambitious. So you know, we all know I'm ambitious, right? I'm totes ambitious. That's my word. I need a hat with legit ambitious. Practice is a smart move. Yeah. Rebecca says I can hear you, but having trouble hearing Kim. Yeah, sorry.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, Kim's quite okay with that, Rebecca. So we're not going to mess around too much with the audio. Freaky says Kim could be just moving her lips and not saying anything.
I could be.
You could be.
I'm not.
I'm going to bump your gain up a little. Try again.
No.
All right. I've turned Kim's volume up a little. We'll see if that makes a difference. So,
I think you get more buzzing
is it buzzing now?
than I thought. Buzzes.
You're speaking very quietly and your microphone's not picking up.
It is picking me up. I can hear me in my earphones after I talk. It's really disconcerting.
Darwin says she's getting a strange buzzing noise. Alright, I'll turn you back down again. Fine. Death grip Darwin, that's me, yes. Alright, yeah. I just have to we're playing. This is live, you guys. yeah, we're live and we play with things, we tweak settings. Is it buzzing when we both speak now? Did I wreck something? Can you hear buzzing?
I could only hear it when
Is it stopped now? Because that's the advantage. Kim's listening back to the audio. I got nothing. I've got no headphones in. All right. Okay. Well, we're playing. We're seeing how it goes. Kim will let me know if it's evil and bad and all those things. Could not one of you have told me I was doing the wrong thing? Like, yeah, sure, because we know what you're doing because we can see the chart. We do have the air conditioning on in here, so that could be part of it as well. So whenever we speak, the microphone picks up our voices, but it'll also pick up the air conditioning, and the air conditioning flows over the top of me straight into King. So Leslie Oliver says no, it only buzzes when Kim talks, but it is quiet. So is it bearable is the question. Can you guys deal with it?
we should turn my mic off.
Any excuse. Kim just wants that mic off. Oh yeah, thanks Dywench, you're awesome. Yeah, that's great. You know what? I set this up so that I was in the middle, like, but I'm not in the middle now. I know, that's like, I don't even know what I did. I did nothing. I'm sitting in exactly the same chair, and it bugs me. It bugs me a lot. Let me see if I can fix it. Unlock. Bring this over.
You know you're just gonna move again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bearable, right? That's totes bearable. Okay, locked it again. Kim does speak softer, absolutely, because Kim's trying to sneaky say nasty things.
No, I just type those. Because while you're working, you don't read the chat.
That's right. When I'm looking down, she's hoping to get things in under the wire. I'm like missing stuff left, right, and center. It is bearable. Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate that. Freaky says, but Kim, you got all dolled up. Kind of hard to turn things off once. Oh. Stop talking now. Stop talking now. Yeah, good job, Freaky. Well done. You got me. Oh geez, I should have known better. Yeah, look at Freaky. He's like laughing his butt off. He is. Good job. Well done. Oh gosh, I need more tea. My voice, I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe when I don't get enough sleep.
Maybe I find if I don't get enough sleep, it feels like I have a hangover, but I haven't had the buzz of being drunk first, which is really depressing.
It's like, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. More tea in my cup. Really doesn't look like tea. Say that. All right. Let's keep going. So yeah, so last night, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm pulling back this row, this first row of this second color because
2 o'clock in the morning.
Because I made a mistake and I needed to fix it. Be quiet, Judgy McJudgmental Pants. And I needed to fix it. I was like, no, actually it was 1 o'clock when I pulled it back because I went to bed at 2. And I kept mixing, and it was just like, maybe you're tired, Chantel. Maybe you should put the project down. And my brain was like, no, you need to fix it. You need to fix it. So it's 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Every now and again it'd be like 1, 1, 3, 1. And I'd just be like, ah. Anyway, I fixed it, or at least I think I fixed it. I'll soon find out. Yeah, you need to pre-read when it comes to Freaky. And you know what? I know that. And I still didn't do it, you know? It was just... too tired to chat to your friends. Yep. Yeah. Definitely. Oops. Can't count. I thought Fiberific knew that rule. I do know the rule, Freaky, but for some reason you lulled me into a false sense of security, and then I, you know, it was bad.
It's been a while since Freaky's like said something that you couldn't actually read out.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Naughty Little Skein has made it to the live. Hey, Naughty Little Skein, thank you so much for the stickers at the start. That was beautiful. Thank you. So if you want to support Fiberific and you're not local to Australia and don't want to purchase, you know, my hand-dyed yarns or anything like that because of post and all that kind of junk, which I 100% understand, we have some options in how you can do it that really help to support mostly the Fiberific YouTube channel, but also me because I'm Fiberific. One of the options is Patreon. Now, I absolutely love the heart of you guys when I see super chats and stickers and what have you, but YouTube do take a nice little hefty chunk of that. They take 40%. So I highly recommend that you jump over to Patreon and you jump in there, and even for as little as $1 a month, it works out better value for me than if you super chatted. I mean, for you, for me to get the equivalent, you would need to super chat $2 for me to get the $1, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, Kim? No, it doesn't make sense. Sorry, too tired, can't make cohesive sentences. Anyway, so if you super chat $2 in one live stream, that would be the equivalent of you Patreoning me $1 for a month. And so Patreon's amazing. They don't take a lot in the way of fees. They do take a little bit of a fee, nothing too scary or dramatic though. It's more just to make sure Patreon can keep doing what they're doing, because they, oh, yarn bath. Look at this, Kim. So sad. So yeah, whereas YouTube do take a nice little hefty amount. I mean, YouTube do earn their money as well. Hello. It is not free to create service space for millions and millions and millions of hours worth of video every week.
That's why they run ads.
It is why they run ads, absolutely. Are the naughty chats different to the crafty chats? Look, I don't know. What were the naughty chats? Did I miss something?
I meant to tag Freaky then.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. Pledge your undying support from Chick. Yes, there's the Patreon link over there. As the Patreon grows, at the moment you really don't get anything for your money. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
We get to skip ads.
You do. You get to guilt-free skip ads, so you don't need to sit through the ads. Because those of you that are new, if you don't actually watch the ad, the creator, me, doesn't get paid. YouTube don't pay if you press that skip the ad button. It's just what they do. They need you to watch that ad. So if you watch the ad, your creator of choice does get paid. If you skip the ad or use an ad blocker, your creator of choice gets nothing. And therefore will end up probably shutting their channel down if everybody did that, because they can't afford to continue doing things for free. I foolishly made an order from Fiberific's channel and forgot to ask for help, but I'll get that help in 2 months' time. Freaky, send me through the hook sizes that you're looking for so I can make sure they're here when you do it again, okay? That would be great. So, but your order did come through. I've got it. Where are we? Just checking the chat here, seeing if it's moving. So, those of you that are working on cows, which version of the Queen are you doing? Like, I'm doing the traditional tequila sunrise-ish sort of version. I'm basically following all the pattern instructions for the tequila sunrise, including when to change colors and things like that. I'm just using whatever colors I want to use, because I wanted to use a different brand of yarn. So if you let me know in the chat what type of pattern you're using, like whether you're doing a small or a large. I'm doing a large. And also what yarn you're using and why. So if you're using your own stash yarn, I saw one of my friends is doing one with her stash cotton, and oh my gosh, it's looking amazing. Will do. Should I post here or on Facebook? Facebook or private message is fine. Yeah, that's right, Kim. Thank you. So yeah, if you put it in this chat, I'm gonna lose it and I'll forget. I'm sorry. I am terrible with that. The chat does move a dash quickly, and yeah. So in that little spot So when I did my homework, the pre-queen practice run videos, I was expecting, like, because like for me, right, this thing here with the cutting of the threads and the leaving the tails
Fringing.
does my head. No, fringe. I hate fringing. Fringing is the worst. That did my head in. But watching how she actually makes that beautiful border, and that while yes, it's a little bit fiddly to get it started, it's definitely worth it. I just hope that they don't come undone over time. But yeah, I really am looking forward to doing that beautiful border around it and hide all these ends of doom. Because yeah, that does my head in a lot. I'm also, if any of you saw my Instagram post, I'm also playing yarn chicken. I had to kind of guess at how much worsted weight I needed. So I was very lucky with the first colour. So with this colour here, I did buy 2 balls of every colour instead of the recommended one for a start. So I you know, it's not nothing. There is still yarn left in the first ball, so I definitely have enough of this colour. Okay. So, yay. But I am nearly through the first ball of purple, and I bought 12 balls of purple, even though the pattern said 10. But I'm thinking I possibly will be ordering more purple. We're going to see how many rows of purple I get. Order more tomorrow. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm definitely going to be putting an order in. I'm going to
It's going to take a month to get here.
Yeah, that's right. So what I'm thinking, this is my thinking, all right? Thinking is, I know that this many rows used it up certain grams of yarn, which I can't remember what it is, but it's less than a ball. I want to check a second color and see how many grams I need for X amount of rows. And then I'm going to have to do some jiggery-pokery mathematics stuff.
Because we like jiggery-pokery.
Because you guys all know my maths is awesome. And order more yarn. So, Lindsay says, I follow the rule that worsted use about 20% more yardage than DK. I didn't know that was a thing. But that would have been cool to know. Yeah. Jiggery-pokery, yes. But we all Zoom all the days anyway, and it's not just restricted to Patrons. Absolutely. Where are we?
Lottie was asking about the patron-only Zoom.
There is one person.
I was going to say, we haven't had one yet, but
there is one person in the patron-only Zoom. You're not on that level, Kim. So, you know. But yes, there is a person in that level. I'm not familiar with Patreon, and I like to support. I didn't know YouTube takes a hefty amount from the donor. They do, Noddy, and I really appreciate what you're doing. I think it lifts every time when I start up and you've already been in. I'm just like, oh my god. But yeah, I definitely think Patreon might be a way to go. The creator gets a larger proportion of the donation that you make. I'm inventing my own stitches now here, obviously. Go back, fix it up, and do it again. I feel like Willy Wonka. Go back, turn it around.
By the time we notice, you've gone like 6 stitches past that anyway.
Yeah, I know. Also, it's not like you have the pattern in front of you. So, what Fiberific are working on is new as far as someone asked what I'm working on.
No, I think Freaky's confused because Noddy said, "Is it new?" And I think she was referring to the Zoom chat.
No, YouTube have always charged 40%. They've always taken a huge proportion of, well, pretty much everything. They also take, it's about a 50-50 split for the advertising as well. So when you watch an ad, YouTube take 50%, the creator gets 50%. And so yeah, YouTube do take a goodly share, but I don't want to complain too loudly because they also provide a platform that people can use and that we can chat and hang out on. So without like a monthly charge or something like that. So I don't want to be all like uppity and angry. I think that they earn their money. I just think that there's other ways for creators to be paid by their supporters. But Patreon, yeah, definitely look into Patreon. Patreon's awesome. It was actually created by Jack Conti of Pomplamoose. He's a musician, and they realized that they had a video that had something like 1 million views on it because they are awesome. I love Pomplamoose. They had this video that had like a huge amount of views and they got paid.
You're doing it again.
What am I doing again? Oh, I already fixed it. Sorry, I spotted it and pull back. It's all good. Thanks, Kim. I'm not. I skipped. Did I skip a stitch, or did I? Is that the bit
you
I
did
pulled back?
singles instead of trebles.
Okay, all right. I fixed that up. I have fixed it up. Thank you, Rebecca, as well. They have the monopoly. They do. Well, they kind of have a monopoly. They're providing a service, and they're upfront about it. You know, going in, what you will or will not get. They make it very clear about what you will get, what you don't get, and what their proportionate share is. And I'm not going to complain about that. They are a business. They do hire a lot of people around the world, and they make this possible. Without YouTube, I don't use any other video sort of situation like this where you can save the video. I mean, zooming's great, but there's nowhere to save it, keep it forever, except for maybe uploading it to YouTube. But yeah, how many people need to be in the virtual chat tier for it to happen? Like 1. Like, it's happening. So yeah, it does. There's no minimum amount. So if you want a virtual chat, the less people that are in it, the more chat time you get, if that makes sense. Like, there's less, like the group would be no bigger than 10. So yeah, that's yeah. They don't. Yeah, that's right. They don't hide the fees. Thank you, Caitlin. My brain's jumping around that. Exactly right. They don't hide it. I just hope that Patreon, or however it's spelled, don't keep changing the rules like YouTube does. Look, they do change things every now and again, but it's more to make sure they're following the laws of various countries and things like that. So, you know, what's Ko-fi? What about Ko-fi? I don't know what Ko-fi is. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no. If you jumped into Naughty Little Skein, we would organise. Like, I'd let you know when the next chat is, and we try to make sure that everybody can do it.
So it's coffee, I think. So it's like shout you to a coffee sort of thing. So people donate.
Oh, okay.
I don't know whether it's like so you can get one time and monthly ones.
Oh, okay. Is that another thing, a bit like Patreon? Where I don't know. I'll have to have a look into it. Okay, can I change my tiers? Yes, you can. You can log into your Patreon account and change your tiers. I'm not sure exactly how you can do it, but you can definitely do it. I've changed mine. Yeah.
So when you go to the channel and you can see all the tiers on the right-hand side, you just
yeah. What Kim said.
Do the thing.
Yeah, I'll have to look into coffee. So is that like a one-time thing? So instead of like a super chat, you can just I'd obviously have to set it up, which I have not done because I didn't know it existed. But
so it looks like you can do once-off donations as well as monthly.
Oh, okay. Whereas Patreon, it's a monthly thing that they do at the end of the month or the beginning of the month. Yeah, I've never used it. I didn't know it was a thing. Oh, look, we're getting closer to the end of this row. The rows are very long. It's a queen size blanket. The rows are very long. But I don't know. I just find it so therapeutic to do. I don't know why. Like I enjoy a lot of projects. I enjoy a lot of crafts. But for some reason, this mosaic crochet, I don't know. I really It just clicked.
Why is there not a $10 tier?
Sorry?
Why is there not a $10 tier?
I don't know. When I was
There's
coming up with
there's
tiers,
five,
it was.
there's 1, 2, 5.
I think I was
15.
copying somebody else, and they didn't have a $10 tier, and yeah, I don't know, Kim. Jeez. I'll play with the tiers another day, not today. Today's not a day to make big. Because I haven't had enough sleep. Yeah, there's definitely fine print. What happened to the Battenberg? The Battenberg is still happening, Donna. Absolutely. So it's just been sidelined a little bit while I work on this one. But I've got lots of little bits of yarn and I'm adding to it all the time. So yeah. So Kathy's saying I did $10 Patreon. So the thing is, you can choose a level and then pay whatever you like. If you say you choose a $5 level, you could pay $20, but just want the $5 things. So yeah, it's a bit weird, but yeah. But yeah, I don't really understand why they let that happen, but they do. Kathy says one of the designers that I support on Patreon said that you can pay annually and get a discount. Really? I didn't know there was an annual option. I will definitely look into that for sure. Pattern question. Why are you cutting the yarn rather than carrying it? And what do you do with the ends? Sorry if it's already been explained. So Ellen, I am following the exact instructions of the designer. You don't carry the yarn because it would make the sides even more bulkier and you could be changing colors all the time. Now, I'm with you. This whole cutting the yarn at the end of every row thing does my head in. But I'm doing it because that's what the pattern says. But what we do at the end, and Tina has a video, so you can go and check it out on her channel. But we do this thing where we go and create a case, basically. That's
Don't
like.
you work the right side the whole time as well, though?
Yeah, that's right. You're also working the right side. So you'd need a ball on. Oh, yeah, that's exactly right. Thank you, Kim. Maybe that was the reason. You're never working back. You cut it here and then go back and start here because this is the back. Okay, so it is definitely this is the main side. Thank you, Kim. I knew there was another reason for it. My brain just wasn't giving it to me. Back to where we're up to. And so we actually create like a beautiful border that's also a case. And you can trim these down to be a little bit shorter and just poke them inside the case. So you don't have to, you don't have to do anything too crazy. Or some people, weirdos, make fringes. Kim?
Tassels. Pom-poms.
Yeah,
Where's
but
Melissa when you need her?
I know, Melissa's not even here. Like we can't even like torture her. Too chicken for that kind. Oh, okay, I've missed something here. Loving the side eyes from Spanish Chick. Yeah, you're always working from right to left in this kind. Yes, or left to right if you're a lefty. That's right. Yeah, for sure. But no, that's right. So you are only working on one side. Thank you, Kim. I knew there was, my brain just was like, yeah, no, but you can't. You just can't. The designer says you can't, so you don't. I see the tiers. If I join today, will I be charged again on the 1st, or should I just wait till the 1st of the month to join? I'm sorry to ask. I think you're only charged on the 1st of the month. So if you change tiers, you've paid for last month, and then if you change tiers next month, you'll be charged the new tier amount. Is that right, Kim?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But I don't believe you'll be charged 2 times. I don't think they do that. I think they do a thing where they go around and round up whichever, because I've got a couple of people that I support and I've joined them all on different days. And on the 1st of the month, I get charged one single fee and then they divide it up amongst all the creators I support.
I think they can set it up so that it charges you when you join, or whether it charges you only on the month.
Okay, I'm not sure.
And I think it depends on whether or not they give you access straight away, like if it's paid in advance or not.
All right. So I don't know, honestly. I'd have to look into it. Sorry. Someone on Facebook suggested using a rotary wheel when cutting the ends after they're tied rather than using scissors. I mean, that makes sense. Then they're all the same length. You can just lay it out and go boop. Yeah, I can see that being a thing. Sure, especially doing a whole queen size blanket. Yeah. So Ellen says I'm doing a similar pattern, but it's a 2-row, so all the ends are on the same side. So you're working on the front and the back rather than just on the front. So we're just working on the front here. So our yarn's on both sides. Sorry if it was convoluted and confusing, Sue Ellen. Because, you know, that's a distinct possibility.
Because we never do that.
Because that's us. Kathy says I support 3 designers and it all comes out on the 1st of the month.
But the first payment that you made, did it charge you straight away? That's what we're trying to work out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like I've supported people where I went, oh yeah, that's right. I did support them because all of a sudden money came out like a few weeks later. It's more consistent. I can see it using the rotary wheel would be definitely more even cut. All right, hang on. I'm just up to a different bit. I want to make sure I'm doing it right. One. I'm gonna go and do some dark purple in a second. Sorry, guys. Heard that. I heard that. Yes, definitely be careful with those kinds of cutters. They are legit sharp. I may have dropped one on my leg one time after changing its blade. Don't recommend. Dropping a roller cutter on your leg. It's not the best thing to do. It literally rolled down the side of my leg. Cut as it rolled. Not fun. Alright, we've done that row. I need to tick it on my little charty thing. Oh, wait a second. Did I just follow the wrong chart row? Oh my god.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Oh no, look, do you know what? I did follow the wrong chart row, but it's identical to the row that I should have followed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's identical. Oh, what are the chances of that?
I don't know.
That was, tea time. So lucky. So lucky. Gotta go and pick up Grace. See you soon. Bye, Wench. Okay, now we're back onto the other end. I do like to give these a little snug up. Still going on the first ball of the eggplant.
Eggplant?
Eggplant. That's right. I use one of those perm coats to make it nice and straight and even. Stick a ruler on and top and slice away. Yeah.
Talking about weaving things.
Yes. I like when they do the twisties.
Yeah.
I like the twisties.
My OCD doesn't like the fact that I can't make them all exactly. Revolution.
Okay. Alright.
Turn left 24 times. Turn right 24 times.
I don't know why you can't do that.
Because the battery operated one. You just turn it on and off. That's the only settings it has.
Oh, okay. So Ash should do one that you actually wind, so you could wind it the right number of times. Hang on a second. Down one. Sorry guys, once I get past the first few, it's the same all the way along, so I've just got to double check I'm doing the right thing so I don't screw it up again. Okay, so that's that. And 2. Alright, I think we have a rhythm. I think. Find out.
That's because I'm not talking, freaky.
Yeah, she's moderating. Kim now buzzes and echoes. Well, the aircon's going hard. Kelly wants to know if you're working on any projects. Kelly, Kim tends to watch the chat more carefully than I do while we're live streaming, and if I talk about random things, she'll throw links in and stuff. So there's no project in her lap today. Do you normally work on a project at home when you're modding from home?
No.
Okay, I just didn't know.
I get distracted though when I go web surfing halfway through.
Oh, okay, alright. So you're doing other stuff. I just need to count. Alright, we do. We have a rhythm. Let's go. Where's my crown? Yeah, Kim forgot the crowns, Game of Widows. We've got an ongoing... Okay, so those of you wondering what on earth we're talking about with the crown thing, we've got a Zoom group that runs most nights, and those of us that are... How did that even start? Like, why do we have to wear a crown when we're working on our queen?
I don't know.
Literally, we're sitting there Zoom chatting with little paper crowns or little plastic tiaras or whatever while we work on our queens. And Kim was making us all new crowns and
so they
on
could
her
all be
cry cut machine,
matchy.
so we could all match.
Cricket.
Cricket. 2, 4, 6, 7. And so Kim was making us all matching ones, and then Kim forgot them. So now I don't have my matching crown, and the crown I have is one my daughter made for me out of paper, which if she was 5 would have been cute. But because she's 15,
I could leave the chat early and go home and get the crown.
You're not going to drive all the way home and then come all the way back. That's silly. Okay, that clears that up. Thanks, Kim. This is twice the crowns have been mentioned. What am I missing? There you go.
They're made out of cardstock, Kelly,
Yeah.
so they're sort of cardboardy crown, but they're all very intricate and...
Yes, they're very pretty. Have you popped a photo of them up on the Fiberific Fun Zone or anything like that?
Would you like me to?
I would love it.
I
if you
feel
wouldn't
like you're
mind.
suggesting that I should do that.
I was more wondering if you had already done it so I could refer people to the photo so they could see it. Of the beautiful crowns that Kim's making. No, she's making them on her cry cut machine. So
Cricket.
they're made out of cardstock. They're not made out of yarn, but they're so intricate and stunning that we don't mind that they're not yarn. Partner asked why I'm breaking the budget to sign up to Patreon. Told him to relax as it's coming out of my monthly craft splurge. Oh, well, I mean, cool and thank you. But to all the creators that you guys support. I mean, I just assumed for a second there that anyway. But yeah, no, it's one of those things, isn't it, where you're like, oh, it is money that's got to come out of your account each month. You do notice it. It's not free. And this is the thing, like, we talk about Patreon and we talk about ways to support creators, but there is actually a lot of ways that you can support creators for free as well. So some really important things to remember is follow all your favorite creators on Instagram, and don't just like their posts, but if you comment on them and you save them or share them, believe it or not, Instagram love it when you save posts, and they love it when you share posts. They're actually ranked higher than liking and commenting, which I was surprised by when I found out. And that actually helps your favorite creators gain more subscribers and have more people to sort of share the load, if that makes sense. And then also on Facebook, if you like, comment and share posts on Facebook, that's another way to do it. Here on YouTube, one of the things YouTube love is when people bring in other people to what they're watching. So say Kathy, I'm just grabbing a name out of chat, Kathy, please don't feel like say Kathy decided, okay, I think that my friend who is doing this Cal would love it. She can go and click on the share button that's under the video here and share the link to this video with her friend, YouTube goes, hang on a second. People in the chat that are watching this live are linking out to their friends to tell them to come and watch it. This is great. Come and watch it. So, you know, it's one of those things where if you do that, the different platforms will do more work if you do those sorts of things. Now, you guys that are here now, commenting and liking the live stream and things like that, that's all going into the big pot of information that YouTube used to decide if this is worth sharing with the rest of my subscribers, because YouTube also do that. They don't actually just share it with everybody, which I don't get. Like, if I click subscribe to a channel, I want to know when that channel puts stuff. Anyway, I don't want to go on that rant. Get off that high horse. But anyway, yeah, so if you like it and share it and comment, and if you're active within the discussions and threads and keep conversations going, that makes a huge difference, and it doesn't actually cost you anything except for a bit of your time. Okay, and so your time and your eyeballs is what these platforms want, and so they want your time and your attention. So they will do whatever they can to make you happy. They will show you videos that you like. If you've watched a cat video, they'll show you another cat video, things like that. Or, you know, if you like cat videos, you might like these squirrel videos. Which
Squirrel ninjas.
Squirrels are fantastic videos, by the way. I just want to point that out. Those squirrel runs where people are making these courses. What's the word for them? Obstacle courses for squirrels. So yeah, it's one of those things. I have to educate myself on using Instagram. It's one of those things you can, and the advantage is you can make your account private, so only people that you know can become your friends, things like that. If you're worried about, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, look, I love Instagram. I know it's owned by Facebook, and Facebook's the big evil conglomerate of doom. But I really do like Instagram because I am a visual person and I love to see the photos and all that sort of stuff. So the squirrels are awesome. Yes, they are. The squirrels are awesome. They're so good. But the thing is, if you're a person who can afford, you know, $1 or $2 a month, a single dollar Patreon donation equates to something like 4,000 views on YouTube. So yeah, so put that into perspective. So for me to get $1 from YouTube, I need 4,000 people to have watched my thing. So yeah, that's kind of really it. Hang on, I can't count and talk apparently. Here we go. I really love, I was like, when I first changed to this second color, so when it was just that without the purple over the top of it, I was a bit like, ooh, are these two like jarringly different, like they don't blend into each other or anything like that? And I was a bit nervous about it, but now I kind of love it. Now I'm like, yeah, hello pretty colors. Do you ever struggle with like finding colors for projects? Like you've got a project that needs multiple colors. Are you one of the people that just really struggles to put together like all the different, like for me, I had to choose 12 colors from a website. So it wasn't like I could hold all the balls together and play with it. I had to kind of visualize it, and I really struggled a little bit with that. One of the things I'm going to do now is, now that I've got all these colors, I'm going to make some little what are they called, like when you put
yarn pegs?
Yeah, a bit like a yarn peg. I'm going to definitely do something so that I've got all the Brava, because I love using Brava. Like for an acrylic, it's really super soft. If you would like to support the channel, you can go to the Fiberific website and use the affiliate link and purchase your own Brava if you want it. And again, more money come to me. Thank you very much for the monies. Bob Curran says, I am color challenged. Yeah, it's definitely tricky. And Kelly says, I totally struggle with picking colors online, as you know. Yes. Lindsay says, I love picking colours, but I rely a lot on my pegs for the stylecraft. So do you all know what we're talking about when we talk about yarn pegs? Just out of curiosity, pop in the link below. No, Kim's popped in a link. My brain took two things and mushed them together. Sorry, Kim, that made 0 sense. Kim has popped a link into the Fiberific affiliates page, so there's lots of different options in there for you. If you don't know what yarn pegs are, don't laugh at me, Kim. Pop in the comments below or in the chat here that you want me to talk more about what yarn pegs are. So I don't have any to show you. I've got none. That would have been clever. So, but yarn pegs are cool. I like the idea of using colorature as changing yarn, so I don't have to think about it as much. Hey, John O'Brien, you made it to the live.
John's cheating on Stephanie.
Is he? Is this a thing now? Is it? John's been trying to get into my life for a few weeks, but he keeps forgetting that Australia Thursdays are different to American Thursdays. What's a yarn peg? Okay, so a yarn peg is literally a peg that you wrap yarn around, right? And you write in the color name on the edge of, like on one of the little sections that you haven't wrapped yarn around. And then you glue them so that they stick, so that it doesn't unravel, and you keep them as a collection. And some places sell yarn pegs, like you can buy packs of yarn pegs, which is like a little portion of the color of all the yarns that a brand brings out. So Jackie says they're little sample cards. Well, they're a little bit different than sample cards because the yarn pegs aren't they're not static. So you can be like, I want that blue and that green and that yellow, and hold them together and see what you think. Like on wooden clothes pegs. That's right. So you can actually grab the colors and pull them together. Whereas if it's on a color card, you are still limited to being able to visualize it without being able to maneuver them around. Color pegs is like just a clunk of, like a peg basket full of pegs with yarn attached to them, all wrapped around lots and lots. Google yarn pegs. Etsy have yarn pegs for different things that you can buy. People put them together. Australian Thursdays, American Wednesday. I have it in my Google Calendar with a reminder. Good job, Christina O. I highly recommend that if you don't want to miss the live streams, that you do pop it into your own personal calendars, because then you're not relying on YouTube and you're not relying on remembering different time zones, because I don't know about the rest of you, but for me, I'm useless at that. Absolutely useless. Lindsay says I can pop some pictures in the fun zone. That would be great, Lindsay. Can I show that on?
Yeah, it's Lucy from Attic 24.
Okay, so can you guys see this picture? They're literally little pegs wrapped in yarn. And then you can, thank you, Kim. That made perfect. Kim's awesome. Kim is just awesome. There you go. Thank you, Kim. I like that subtle psst. I was like, what's going on? It's a Canadian Wednesday as well. Okay, yep. Jackie says pop a meeting in your calendar, set the time for the meeting to Brisbane, and it will automatically adjust it for your location. Oh, good job.
We're trying to work out, because next month Australia goes into daylight saving.
Well,
so
not all of Australia.
No, not all of Australia.
We don't.
But so all of like Sydney, Victoria gets messed up for Stephanie's chat.
Oh yeah, they would
and
do
then the
for
month
mine as
after
well.
that, the US stops daylight saving. So then they get messed up again.
Oh my gosh, that's frustrating. That's so frustrating. Yes, that's actually a good point. So I'm in Brisbane, and Brisbane in Australia. We don't actually do daylight savings up here, but other eastern states do. So if you're in Sydney or Melbourne, or does Tasmania do daylight savings? I don't know. Jackie, you're a chief resident for Tasmania. Do you have to deal with the daylight savings dumbness?
Or just two heads?
Oh, Kim, that's terrible. Oh, Abby's awake. I didn't know Spanish Chick was here. My daughter's been sleeping. She's been staying up till midnight as well, so she slept in. She's literally just woken up. Last night she says to me, "What time are we going out tomorrow? Do I need to set an alarm?" And I'm like, "No, we're not leaving till 12:30." So she didn't set an alarm, so now she's waken up. Okay. Well, yes, Abby, Spanish Chick is here. She's out in the shack. Don't come out in your pajamas.
Bring me a jumper. It's cold in here.
Do you want a blanket?
No, it's fine.
I've got a blanket right there.
You know, a wool one.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And well, there's my hoodie just right there if you want to wrap that around your shoulders. It's not wool. The aircon just blows straight at Kim. So it's like going over. Can you hear? You can see the top of my hair flitting. That's where the air conditioner gets me. It goes. But it's just like at Kim. It's very funny. I like it. Yeah, give her a snowy blanket. Yeah, there's one.
Yeah, because you know, pet hair is just as great as
yeah,
wool.
Yeah, Kim's allergic to wool and animal hair, and then she comes to my house, like Pet Central. All right. Oh no, she's been awake since 10, and now she's up and eating yogurt. Sorry, Abby. Sorry, I didn't mean to make out like you were sleeping in like a sloth until 11. And so much better.
How did it take her an hour to work out that I was here?
Well, because she probably didn't jump into the chat. And, Tim wouldn't have told her.
Well, he's working.
Yeah. So many people in my house. Weird. Jackie says daylight savings will be good. The Zoom I do as Socmatician in the UK will move from 5 to 7, so much more civilized. So does that mean now that our Zooms will sometimes be at 6 o'clock for people instead of 7? Because that might be a bit early. Anyway, we can discuss that later. Sorry. Game Widows wants to make sure you're dosed up. Uh-oh, the door opened. Abby's just brought out a jumper for Kim.
It's not my purple one.
No, that's dirty. Dirty? You were wearing it yesterday. No, the purple one's dirty. You're in my VidCon hoodie, you terrorist. She's wearing my hoodie because she's come out in her pajamas after all. Hey, is that better, Kim?
I don't know yet.
I've just got to defrost first. 8 PM for Victoria. Okay, so it runs later, so that's okay. I mean, it means later, but later's better than earlier. Are you on the cam? Spanichick is down the bottom. Yes, that's Spanichick in the camera there. She's in the Fiberific craft shack today. Modding on location. It's a bit weird having another human in the shed. But, I can bear. It's like, hang on a second. I just want to see. Oh, there we go. My hand's in your camera now. Woo! Poke it in the eye. Oh, there we go. Kim's in my camera now. We're very close to each other. That's why we were worried about the microphones, because we're quite close. We need a dye stream, says Jackie. Well, I'm working on it. I'm changing.
It's too hot for dye streams, Sue. You're going to do them now before it gets too hot.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough juggling act. What I'm thinking of doing is not doing them out in the big area, but actually doing them in the kitchen and air conditioning the house, and just having one cooker set up rather than multiples.
You need ducted air conditioning.
I do need ducted air conditioning out in the patio. Yes.
Because that's going to work.
Yeah, no. Definitely not going to do that. Sometimes Kim has a slight echo, yeah. We've got a few little audio issues. I'm not an audio technician anymore. And my gear's not set up to monitor it because I'm not used to having to.
I think if I turn around and talk to you, I get picked up by your mic.
Yeah, so because Kim's got a lav mic on, so that's very much more picking her up than me. Although every now and again, I can see you. Whereas I've got a dynamic mic just sitting here, and that is angled in a, it's angled away from Kim, but it does pick her up every now and again. But the air conditioner is the problem because it's blowing. The mics are trying to find the voice. Anyway, it's boring for you. It's exciting for me. Boring for you. 7. ASMR Kim. Oh, we're not that kind of channel.
She can't.
I can't hear you. Oh my god. I hope you're not saying anything bad. I'm going to start monitoring this with audio. I've got a cord arriving to make it so I can do that. One of the many upgrades that the Patreon supporters have been able to make happen. So I'll be able to start monitoring audio soon. Wouldn't that be exciting? Abby would like to know if you want a squishmallow.
No, I've already replied.
Oh, okay. I'm fine. Yep. Abby just wants to come back out again. That's all it is. Because the house hasn't got the air conditioning on. Just out here. I love these colours together, Kim. Every time I look at them, I'm like, yes. Sorry, totally sucked into this project. So, the thing I love about the Queen Cow, alright? The things I love. A, there's heaps of people doing it, and because I started a bit late, I was able to learn from other people's mistakes, right? That bugged me. So Abby says your nails match. Yeah, we worked it out before. It was just like, but I don't think my pattern's going to have any greens in it. It's going to have some more yellows and oranges, sort of like spicy colours. Does that make sense?
Spicy.
Spicy colours. There is going to be red though. There's a cool red coming. I did not do my nails to match my yarn. It just kind of happened. It's not an intentional thing. It's like neon mixed with not neon. Yes. Have you worked out if you have enough yarn? No. No. So I mentioned this a bit earlier, but I do have some more of the first ball left in this colour, and it's going to have the same size amount done on the other end of the blanket. So that colour, what's it called? Like
Purple?
No, it had a particular name, like slippery lady something. I don't know. I didn't bring out its thing. I didn't bring out its little tag. Lady slipper. It could be lady slipper. I don't know. I'll look it up. I'll tell you all later. That one, there'll definitely be enough of that one. But the thing is, with this particular version of the pattern, each of these color squares is not the same. They're different numbers of rows, and they go in and out, and so it's going to change for different colors. So what I want to do is do this second color, get a rough estimate of how much yarn I need for each color, and then pop in another order. I'm definitely going to need more of the purple though. So, love those colors. Hey, Gabby Rodriguez, thank you.
How much purple did you get?
I got 12.
How much does the kit have?
10. But I am using more yarn. Like the kit only had 100 grams of each of these colors to do the whole blanket, and that used nearly 100 grams for that section. So, and I'm still on my first ball of purple, but there's not a lot of it left.
They're going to be able to match your dye lot.
Well, I'm not that worried. They're not going to be sitting next to each other.
Purple.
Oh, the purple will. Yeah. I mean, that's the cost of stuffing up the math, isn't it? We're used to this by now, aren't we?
You should stop. Alternate rows.
I'm not stopping. I refuse. I'd have to stop for a month, and then I'll be so far behind, it would make me sad. I'm already so far behind. There are people, crazy crochet wicked fast people,
who have finished their 150
who have finished
rows.
their 100 odd rows of the first page thing. Gabby loves the purple. I love the purple too, Gabby. It's such a good colour. But yes, I am doing my own colors. If you want to see the colors I'm doing, I've got a photo over on my Instagram page. John, I am working on row 16 right now. Oh dear. Where are you?
I don't know, where are you?
What's shimmery and not glitter?
My hair dyes when they're putting them.
Alright. I'm nearly...
Stop looking at the chat.
Stop writing things in the chat so that it moves and so it catches my attention. I'm trying to not read Freaky's glitter story out loud though. Oh, thank you, Kim, for popping in a link to my photo of the colours I'm doing. I just had them laid out on the floor of my living room. Very classy, amazing photo.
Cardboard box.
Oh, is that the cardboard box photo? Yeah. So it's even more glorious and stunning. Let me look here. Caitlin's laughing at us.
Everybody laughs at us. No. You say that like
it's something new. Something new. Coat's new. Where are we? I thought I screwed up and was one stitch short, so I did 2 single crochets in the first stitch to make up for it. Then I got to the end of the row and now I have too many stitches. Oh, for sure. I get it. It is literally frustration station trying to get started. Getting that first couple of rows in for me was really tricky. I mean, we did work out this is my first mosaic, but you know, just getting it in was really, I had to pull it back a few times. So, but once I got past a certain point, it just seemed to click. So, but every now and again, I still can't count and screw it up. I figure I can hide the extras in the border. Absolutely. You just do your little slip stitchy thing in a row sooner. No one will know but you.
There you go.
What's this? Oh, thank you. I'm showing more photos, everybody. This is the photo of all the colours laid out on the carpet. They're the colours. So this is the one this one I've done. This is the one I'm working on now. And so yeah. Thanks, Kim.
That was in the chat.
Oh, that's the photo I thought.
Yeah. I can see the reflection.
Oh, cold tea. Not good. Yuck.
My coffee ran out.
Oh, did it? Oh, I'm sorry. I do end up drinking nearly an entire tea thermos during live streams. Like T2 tea. It's going to be gorgeous, isn't it, Holly? I'm really keen. You know, this week. So, this project may end up being put aside like every other project that I do, but I'm trying very hard to focus on it and get it to a point of, oh, come on, Chantel, it won't take long to finish it. It's only Abby said that she'll make you a coffee.
I know, I saw that.
She makes good coffee, by the way, but you do need to specify how you like it. I hope you finish. So do I, Caitlin. I think I will, honestly. I'm really enjoying... We've discussed this before, how some people are process finishers and some people... so process workers and some people are project workers. I'm definitely a process crafter. I like the process of things. I'm not so worried whether something gets finished. I like making the thing, if that makes sense. Is there a reason why we don't do a foundation row? Like as in the single crochet and chains together foundation row? Because I think if you wanted to do that, you could. I hate them personally, but if you wanted to, you could.
I find mine always curves slightly. Yeah. Like my tension, I can never get it quite right.
I don't like
so
how mine
it's great for necklines.
Yeah.
Where you want that bit of stretch.
Yeah.
But for a blanket, I just prefer.
I'm with Kim.
If if it's over, 10, I can't count and keep track of how many I've done.
Yeah. It is, yeah, I agree with you 100%. But there's no reason why you can't, if that makes sense. I personally prefer the firmer edge that I get from the crochet chain with the single crochet row after it. It's individual. You can do what you want to do. It's your blanket.
No, we are crochet police.
Because the other thing to remember is you will be going around and adding a border to it. So that might pull it in if it stretches out a little bit. We're not the crochet police here, Kim.
Do you want to turn my camera off?
Oh, sure, yeah. And your audio. Don't forget to take your microphone off. Oh, wrong camera. Whoops. There you go, Kim. Oh dear. Welcome to the fun. You're all detached. Kim's just got to duck away for a moment.
You can tell everybody while I'm gone.
Yeah, that's right. I'll let everybody know the precise reason of your exit. Yeah, she's totally getting more coffee, but she's just got to make room for it first. Is there a reason why Kim doesn't have a lovely border around her video? Only that I forgot to put one in. That's it. That's the only reason. So I have to ask, how do you say orange vehicle? Everyone keeps asking Steph to say it. Oh no! Orange vehicle. Orange vehicle. There you go. I'm not sure what the deal is with the orange in the vehicle. So, but alright. But you can get the numbers right and no fiddly chain pickup. Exactly, Bub. If you like to do it, you can do it. There's no, as far as I'm aware, I can't picture a reason why you could not do it other than personal preference. There's no reason why you can't. But for me, I do them poorly, so it doesn't give me a nice neat edge like it might do for you. Yeah, Mum was just not bothered to add one. Good job. Orange car. Yeah, orange car. I remember jumping into a Discord chat with some people a few years ago, and everyone else was in America, and I was sort of just listening, and there was only a few people, so it was really obvious who was and wasn't talking. And someone actually said, "Oh, who is this particular username?" And the guy who was running it, he knew that I was there, and he was like, "Oh, that's Chantel, and she's cool. Don't worry about it. It's all good." And someone was like, "Well, she doesn't really say anything." And I was like, oh, I just didn't want to sort of, I was just sort of interested in the topic, and I didn't really want to, I don't know too much about it. And that was it. Someone was like, oh my God, she's Australian. And then it was total like hijack. It was just like, say this and say that and say this. And I was just like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he was laughing because he was trying to fake an Australian accent then after that. And it was a car wreck. So yeah, it's the accents of different places is weird. Saying that and people are so fussy about saying things correctly. Like when people come to Brisbane, it's Brisbane, not Brisbane. And when they come to Melbourne, it's Melbourne, not Melbourne. It's weird. And we're so get it right. But then we screw up things left, right and centre. I just think it's an Aussie thing. Is it an Aussie thing or is it an everybody thing? Kind of weird. There's no one chatting, and I don't know if it's my system that's crashed or if it says just people are busy. Melbourne, yes. Melbourne. We are. But for those of you that have jumped into the chat, a little later. Just confirming that Tina knows that I'm working on this project, and during this live stream I have permission, as long as I don't show the chart, which is definitely out of shot so you cannot see it. I have added in all the links that I could possibly think of to Tina's work. She has got phenomenal tutorials up on YouTube. The pattern, if you're interested in this, you need to totally go over to Ravelry and grab this pattern. It's half price during the cow. Then it goes up to $10, which is still totally worth $10. But for right now, it's $5. So I would go and grab it and chuck it in your queue. So yeah, John says, I'm a ham radio operator and I was a room away from my radio getting a drink and I had someone calling with an Aussie accent. I also killed myself running for the radio. Is it human? I think everyone talks different. It is human. Yeah, for sure. Oh, shh. Here she comes. Shh. Sorry. It is cold in here. It's lovely. I love being cold. Ricky says, then I had to open this live and I had to verify that I am not a bot. I don't know when that started. Well, I'm glad it started. We're having a lot of channels are having problems with bots. And the bots aren't doing anything particularly, they're not doing anything particularly bad, but I've been noticing that I'll end the live stream and then within seconds of me ending the live stream, there'll be like 4 or 5 comments, like not in the live stream comments, but in the actual video comments. And they're bot comments. They're not actual human people. And the comment itself is fine. There's no issues, you know, like great content or, you know, it's very innocuous. But the problem is the bot channel and the bot channel image, which for me, I'm just like delete, because it's not family friendly, probably is the best way to describe some of the images that are being used for the bots. I don't know. I don't understand what their purpose is. I don't understand what they get out of it, really. Maybe some people, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't get it. They've got no videos on their channels. They're not drawing attention to themselves. Abby, it's only Abby says it's 11:30. She doesn't know that we go till 12 now, does she?
I can tell it.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, Abby, we stream till 12 now, honey. Just so you know. It's a 2-hour stream now, not 90 minutes, because Kim's bossy. We're so busy watching you crocheting. Oh, thank you, Bob Curran. Where are we? It amuses me how us Aussies are considered exotic. Well, our accent is different than the, like, if you think about what's on television and what's readily available. Kim, would you like your camera back, or are you happy with it? Should we give Kim back her camera? Abby wants Kim back. No, Kim had to make a pit stop. So I turned her camera off while she wasn't there, but you know, yes, Kathy wants Kim back.
Kathy gets to see.
Gabby says, I'm so happy it's 2 hours now. Thank you, Gabby. Kim, I'm putting your camera back on. Are you ready? Go. And I'll pop your microphone back on as well. There you go. Like when you're ready, you're all good to go. So yeah. Abby wanted to know why you don't have a pretty box around.
I know.
So,
we need one with spanners. And then we need a snowy box, which will be different.
Yeah, with little dog prints or something. I can do this. These are things I can do. You know, with all my spare time. Look, we're nearly at the end again. Look at that. I just got to double check, like, if it's different. Oh, look, I was like, got so excited that I'm nearly at the end. I forgot to do my stitch. Yeah. I forgot to do the stitch. Is it annoying?
Well, no, you didn't forget it. You did it. You just did the wrong one.
Well, I mean, that's true. That's true. I did the wrong stitch. Is it annoying for you guys that I'm a little bit absorbed into my pattern today? Like usually.
Yes, totally.
It is annoying. Oh no, I'm serious. I don't want to make this non-enjoyable for you. You know, I want you to enjoy, like, everybody. Not so much you, Kim. I'm not too worried about that. But everybody else, I want to enjoy what I'm doing. So I would hate to find out that this is all boring and horrible for everybody. So should start up and I get bullied into rejoining, I will at least get the odd chance to say goodnight when I get home. Yeah. Is Snowy put out for not having a spotlight? Snowy could care less, honestly.
I don't think Snowy likes Snowy Cam that much.
No, Snowy's not the biggest fan. I have to bribe her, so to get her to come in. So it's not annoying. Oh, that's cool. It's great watching me work. Thank you. Everyone's having fun. That is good. Webpia says, you're doing what we do, and it's fun to watch you fumble like the rest of us. Awesome. Because that's the thing. I'm human as well, and also can't count. So, you know. Alright, I'm at the last little section. It's a bit different, so I just want to double check I'm doing it right. 2. And this one. Are you schmirkling, Kim? I know you're.
No, I'm wiping my nose.
Okay, that's right. That's allowed. The end. And then a ridiculously long tail. And pull. There we go. Alright. Tick, 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 tick. Tick the row so I don't accidentally, you know, do the wrong row. Like I haven't done that before.
Or the wrong row that was the right row.
The wrong row that happened to be the same row, which was shocking and happy all at the same time.
See, I don't know whether it bugs me that diamond's going to have
a line, the colour change.
Yeah.
See, I'm looking at this stitch here.
But then the other one wouldn't.
Yeah, well, and I was just thrown because I'm like, oh my god, why is that colour there? That's wrong, but it's the top of this thing. It's just a different colour row. Oh, okay. Let's just not think about it too much and start the next row.
See, that's the thing. Like, if one, you'd have to go 3 colours across there to
fix that. Absolutely. We are having a mosaic tutorial. Well, not so much a tutorial, more like a make sure you keep your counts right. Yeah, it is fun for you guys to pick on me too, so that's cool. It's only Abby's off. Bye, Abby. I use a sticky note to remember what row I'm on. I would show you, but basically I have my chart and I tick the row that I've done, but I also use a ruler that covers everything above where I'm working, if that makes sense. John says I'm using an ombre for my main colour. Colours are going to change in strange places. Yep. Yeah. You need a clover chart ruler markers. I've got one coming. I've ordered one, Bub. I've actually ordered a couple. Some for the shop, some for me. And so, yeah, it's coming. It's coming, but it's not here. Hey, Cakes by Chopper, welcome to the chat. She's got guests. I got Kim. Kim is showing off the clover ruler. Cakes by Chopper, this is Spanichick, one of my mod extraordinaires, my friend Kim. And we're going out for lunch later, so it was easier having Kim mod from here, and so I set her up with Snowy Cam.
She uses the term friend very loosely.
I do, I'm not fussy. I'm not fussy. Low standards and all that. What are chart ruler markers? So Holly, they're these magnetic things that mean that you put one side of the magnet on each side of your page, and then you can slide it down. It's got like a little tiny gap where you can read the text, and so it makes it so you can not get confused where you're up to, and it also doesn't fall off and move like a normal ruler, which is the problem I keep having. Cakes by Chopper, thank you so much for shouting me a coffee. Big hugs to you, thank you. So yeah, it's, oh, I just got to check what I'm doing here, so that is straight down. Just, you guys know the drill. The first couple are a bit odd while I get used to the rhythm of what I'm doing, and then it gets into a pattern and I'm good to go. Okay, alright, I got it. So we are on to row 17. Uh-oh, Kim's got paper out again. That's never, I'm just not sure what she's doing. I'm just scared. This is my scared face. Like, what is Kim doing? Oh, she's showing the pattern rule. There you go. Oh, because you've removed your back piece, haven't you?
Yeah, so I can stick it onto here.
Yeah. Okay, so what happens is, see how Kim's got her pattern ruler there? She's stuck hers onto a magnetic board, so she's actually cut the back section off. Whereas it's normally can fit through a sheet of A4 and then works without it. Chopper says if we lived closer I'd just meet for coffee, so this is the next best thing. Well, thank you, Chopper. We should totally hang out again another time on live, not on live, on a Zoom and have coffees or you know, hard coffees. Yeah, so it's a really cool tool, the magnetic marker. I've got some coming into the Fiberific online store, and if you are not in Australia, check out I'll pop in a link for one on Amazon after the chat's over later today time. Okay, let me just double check what I'm doing here, making sure I'm doing the right thing. So I'm working on the Queen cowl that Tinna, whose name I cannot say, designed. It's phenomenal. I'm loving it. Oh, yep, there we go. Kim's popped a thing in. I don't currently have any in stock right now, but they are on their way. Okay,
You should change it to pre-order.
I could probably change it to pre-order.
Not right now.
No, not right this second. We've learnt not to do that. If I go and do too many things, my internet goes, no, run away, and it just crashes, and then we lose the stream, and it's sad for everybody. What time is Zoom? I may visit if I don't turn into a bot. It's 7 p.m. Brisbane time, so it is about 7 hours from now. So, yeah. Very Pink Knits has tutorials for Knit Companion. So Knit Companion is like the digital version of this, where it highlights it on a screen. I am a tragic paper pattern lover person. I really do prefer something I can scratch and draw all over.
Every night, Cakes by Chopper. Every night.
Yeah, we do it every night. You know, except for if I'm too tired. Like last night. Have we already talked about the nails? We may have mentioned that I've accidentally matched my nails to my pattern. It was unintentional, and I don't mind showing them again because I love my nails. Thank you, Chopper. So, yeah, it was an unintentional. I picked colours, and then the yarn arrived, and I went, oh, look at that. So, yeah. I'm enjoying having multicolour nails. I've toned down the hair to be more normal person, but I've decided to go crazy on the nails instead.
What? Normal person. What are you implying? My hair's currently, I don't know what colour. Pinky.
Kathy says, sometimes Zoom goes so long I can catch it at 5 a.m. my time. Yeah. You know, sometimes we just keep chatting. We just can't help ourselves. We just keep talking and laughing and being dumb. Also sometimes being clever.
Chopper's feeling a bit called out.
Sorry, Chopper, I didn't mean to call you out specifically. But yeah, I decided to tone my hair down a little bit. It was also really hard to maintain with how fast my hair grows and it being really grey. So it's easier just to keep it, you know, one colour with a bit of foils. So yeah, it's one of those things. But no, I'm going crazy with the nails instead, and I'm enjoying it for now. We'll see. You know, I may go crazy with the hair again. I enjoy colourful hair. I just find it hard to maintain on my dumb head. That's all. John says, okay, if I can do math correctly, you guys are 14 hours ahead of me. Okay.
We are GMT plus 10.
Thank you, Kim. I was about to say. So it is currently 12:45 for us right this second here in Brisbane. The other thing to remember is I'm on Brisbane time, so AEST, Australian Eastern Standard Time, not Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. We do not do daylight savings up here. We're clever and we just trust the sun like normal. What is the deal with daylight? I don't understand the deal with daylight savings.
The cows. There's something to do with cows.
really? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, Jackie says there is a reason why we all get along so well. That's right. We're all just a little bit crazy. It's the yarn, Jackie Doyle. So yeah, so it's doing here. Okay, right, I'm just double checking I haven't screwed it up because I'm not focusing on it properly for such a tricky. That's not so tricky, but it is detailed work, and I am not looking at it properly. I'm waiting for me to crash. But what's really going to happen is we're going to end the chat. I'm going to lay this out so I can see it all and be like, oh well, I screwed all that up, and have to just pull it all back out again. Chopper says daylight saving is amazing. Really, Chopper? It was to give more daylight hours in the days and confuse everyone. Well, see, I suppose I'm in Brisbane. We get an absolute bucket ton of daylight hours anyway. Daylight savings in Queensland can't be done. It fades the curtains. And the cows get confused with milking times or some such. Yeah, fades the curtain. Oh gosh. Oh dear. So they say just to mess with our heads with the times. Apparently Europe is getting off daylight savings and each country gets to pick whether they stay on winter or summertime. So Europe will be all over the place. Oh, that's gonna be confusing. Those were the legit reasons why people refused it. Really? Like, seriously? I mean, I like to sleep when it's dark and be awake when it's light. And I remember back in the day, I was about 10 years old when they did the day. Well, would it have been 30 years ago when they did?
You've done your chart right.
Yes. I know, it looks, this bit here, that looks hinky to you. This little like beep, beep, beep bit. Little
Yeah,
alien
I thought
head.
the little white, like the red, should have to come down into.
Yeah, no, not according to my chart. It's little alien legs.
Not familiar with alien legs, but okay.
No, it looks like little alien legs on the charts. It's going to be more alien. They're going to have little feet in the next row. I mean, they're not aliens. It's going to turn into the start of another version. It's going to be the start of another bit, like, because it's the start of this. So then the next row of purple will hook on here, and it'll be little bits more like this joining. Do you understand now? Is that clear? Was that clear?
Sure.
Oh dear. Well, when we worked at kindy, it meant the difference between walking home at night or having daylight to enjoy the part of my day after work. That does make sense. Yeah, that does make sense. I just remember being a kid and not being able to get to sleep because my bedtime was 8 o'clock and it was still like broad daylight, and my mum had to go out and buy thicker curtains for our bedrooms because she was like, yeah, no, it's 8 o'clock, go to bed. You love that description, Fiberific? Oh, thank you, Freaky Geek. I appreciate it. You love the sound effects. Awesome.
I like the dance moves. Stop wobbling your table.
Oh, I'm sorry. I love it. Why? What does wobbling my table do to you?
I don't know.
It
You see the light moving.
It needs to be set up properly. It's just sort of hanging out there. It is hell on the border. So many people get confused as to what time it is, especially tourists. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I can imagine it would be. Because, like, this shop is open till 5, and so is this shop, but 5 was an hour ago. John O'Brien says my boys were upset at me because I said it was bedtime.
That's not what he
wasn't
said.
Dark. I'm paraphrasing, Kim. I'm paraphrasing because I don't want to say the P word. Okay. More tea for me. I love the singing at things like cocktails. I mean, we don't do the singing in the live chats. That's more the Zooms, right? The crazy singing, the lunatic lady. That somehow everything ends up like Batman. Is that right?
Apparently I've used 50% of my data this month.
When's your month end? Are you nearly done?
I don't care. I've got 200 banked.
Oh, I'm just checking. I feel guilty that you have to use your own data while you're here.
Yeah, what's with that?
Well, I mean, what it is you can't hook into the Wi-Fi because the shed's closed. 2, 3. Eyes on me. Spider Pig. Yeah, we've got Spider Pig and we do. We do some crazy things in the Zoom, don't we, Kim?
No.
Oh, that's right. Kim leaves at 8 and then we go crazy. That's normally what happens.
I find out about it the next day when I get all the weird messages.
Like, I do not know what happened last night, but this chat is insane. Yeah. Everything is to Spider-Man. Yeah, because I love Spider-Man. Don't you all love Spider-Man? What's not to love about Spider-Man? Jackie says, I live in Coolangatta and went to school in Tweed. We used to have 2 clocks with little signs on them. That would make sense. Sally said that she misses out on all of the fun.
But also, I get to go to bed.
Also, she sleeps better than the rest of us, I'm sure. Definitely sleeps better than me. Freaky Geek says Spider-Man is too handsy. The only thing I've done lately is spend $200 on a Ninja Turtle toy. Oh my gosh! I want to see this Ninja Turtle toy chop. Is it? Did you Instagram it? Can I check it out later?
You snorted.
I did. I may have. Thank you for drawing attention to it.
You're welcome.
Gosh. Yes. Photographer, nerd, married, a redheaded supermodel. Oh, it arrives tomorrow. Oh, I can't wait to see it, Chopper. That'll be so exciting. I've been upgrading live streaming gear. That's what I've been spending my money on. I bought got some new lights in. I got a new microphone arrived this morning, so it's not set up. I need to play with it and tweak it. And you know, learn about the new microphone. What else? It feels like I've had new stuff arrive like every day, but it's things like cables and cords and
yarn.
Well, yeah, yarn arrived. Yarn arrived. I'll tell you what, I'll be really happy when Tim goes to work because he may have mentioned yesterday that I had 4 deliveries. Because it's like, you are not efficient in getting your parcels. And I'm like, I can't help that they all come with different things because we had Australia Post bring 2 parcels. Then we had the Australia Post small parcel person bring a parcel. And then we had DHL and we had a courier company. Star Trek.
Which is Australia Post.
Yeah. Yeah, which is technically Australia Post. I don't choose how they arrive. I mean, that's just, oh God. It's just how it comes, you know? Yes, thank you, Sally. I just worked it out and pulled it just like literally 1 second ago. So yeah, it's lots of things. But so he comments on my purchases now. He was like, oh, what have you bought now?
He's home to know about
yeah, whereas before he'd come out and there'd be like
this old thing, I've had this for ages.
Yeah. And I'll just be like, that's for Fiberific, and just bring it and throw it in the shed so he doesn't know what it is. Oh, you noticed that I know. Thank you, Sally, for letting me know as well. Because you know, sometimes I don't work it out until later, until the next row, and then I'm sad because I have to pull back. That this is the queen bed width blanket going horizontally, so it's quite long. And it would be it's very disappointing when you have to pull it out and do that bit again and again and again because you keep making the exact same mistake over and over and over and over again. That was my night last night. I should have just stopped and went to sleep. Sue Ellen says, I'm in New South Wales and wish that they would stop playing with the time. Did you see that Tina released a tips and tricks video? I did. I watched it yesterday and it was very, very timely. There was I'd missed a Doobie Watts and she showed how to put one in later, but I just, I did pull it back out and redo it because my brain was just like, I know there's a mistake. I know there's a mistake there, and I'm gonna show it to you every time I look at it. But no, I think it's cool. She's putting out some amazing videos to help people and like answer all the general questions and things like that. I think the biggest question I've noticed is people talking about like when the color changes are supposed to be, because each of the different blankets, the color changes are all in different spots. So like me and a pile of mates, we're all doing it together, but our color changes are in different areas, because we're doing different versions of the patterns.
Are you doing the right thing?
I fixed it.
Okay.
I fixed it.
I'm watching. It's not like live.
Yeah, it does have a delay.
I see. If I sit this way and watch that screen, I can see what you're doing.
Okay.
In real time. But then.
It's pronounced Tinna. Tinna? I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm a destroyer of names, as you all know. So you're covering your feet first and working your way to the head of the bed. That's right. But I think that ultimately, once it's done, you'll be able to flip it around either way. Yeah. If you want to work a blanket for a bed from side to side, that'd be good too, but more stitches. Yeah, so there is a version of the blanket, so you can choose when you start if you go horizontal or vertical, and yeah, there's a different number of stitches and repeats for the vertical and the horizontal. I'm doing the horizontal version. Wow. Hope YouTube doesn't think I'm talking about something else. Oh dear.
Now that you've like put that out there.
Now that it's out there. Now that it's out there. Well done, Chantel. Classy lady. Sorry?
It's Tinna.
Yeah.
I think of something else.
Oh, okay. Yes, I think of something else when I think of Tinna. Freaky says, woohoo, I know things! Yeah,
all the things.
Freaky! For knowing all the things. The air conditioner to me just needs to have like a bass beat, and it would be like club music, I think.
I think we need to move that monitor where I can see it.
It's mine! Oh dear.
Pancake donuts!
What? Gotta go pancake donuts. Oh my gosh, Gamer Widows, have a pancake donut for me, please.
Freaky is just a figment of our imagination.
Kathy says we learned about Patreon. We did learn about Patreon, didn't we? And we learned that Patreon takes a smaller slice of the pie.
Nobody needs to see that, John.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. I've got like personal space issues. Kim's as close as she possibly can be.
Ooh, wait till camp.
Oh no. Do I need to start practicing having people near me again? I thought we were social distancing.
We are.
Like, don't I get like 1.5 meters of personal? Like, I'm a big person, but I like a big space around me. Like, this is my space.
I don't know. Can't help you if I'm too far away to see though.
That's true. That's true. Oh. Kathy says it's better value. I think it is better value, personally. I support quite a few creators that way. I find that it's fun. I mean, I'd like to be better for my Patreons, but I'm bad. Yep, Chopper. Absolutely. Yep. Poor Chopper. Yeah. When I drink, my personal space shrinks a little. So you're probably lucky. But it's still like, I would like all of this space and please back up. A personal bubble, yes. 1.5 meters in Australia. In that huge country with not a lot of people, we get a whole 2 meters here. Yeah. No, we've got the 1.5 It's 1.5, isn't it? Yeah, it's 1.5.
Because I think they do 6 foot over in the States.
Yeah. Not that any vision that we're getting from the States shows people doing that. But, you know, we could be getting... I suppose in Australia we had that one bit of footage that went out about the Bondi big gathering. Like, look how badly everybody's doing at social distancing, but didn't actually show all the people that were doing the right thing. So it's making new. Yeah, poor Chopper. I'm
going to approve that comment.
Oh no. Has anyone heard of a Sheridan spinning wheel made in Melbourne? Yes, Sheridans are lovely. They're amazing little wheels if you can get your hands on one. They're not the cheapest, and it's very hard to get bobbins and such for, but they are good wheels, yes. I'm just skipping straight over that, Chopper, and also kind of glad that I live in a different state.
Should I tell you it's after 12?
Oh my gosh, it's after 12, Kim.
And then I'm only telling you because we've got a lunch
I know,
today
that's
to go
right.
to. Otherwise, I'd be just like,
Meeting
keep
up with
going.
other
It's fine.
It's fine. There's nothing to see here. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm not at the end of a road. I'm gonna finish the road. He was like, "Oh my god, Chantal, no, you're not." Okay, guys, I have to not talk, and because I've just got to crochet quick time. Abby's coming out to say it's 12 o'clock as well. Like, Zoom, it should be over, Mum. The door's open. We're still live. We're still live, Abby. So just be prepared. Chopper's in the chat threatening to lick all his friends.
I thought you weren't going to touch that.
I'm just telling Abby. Abby would love that. We got to go to lunch. Yeah. Oh, Bub's been given one to do up. They're beautiful wheels, Bub. They're lovely. Good luck being able to, you know, part with it once it's done. You got a wheel, but you don't know how to stop it from making a sound. Lubricants. No, get yourself, like, depending on the wheel.
Some Vaseline on that shaft will fix it right up.
No, that's Margecraft. He's probably got like an old traditional. So I would probably go more like get yourself some like clean oil, like clean machine oil. Gun oil is a really good one. If you can use that, and just put it on all the moving parts. That will make a big difference.
Chopper, I used to do that to the biscuits in our team meetings when I was at work, and then one of the guys would pick up the biscuit that I had licked and then lick the other side, and then it would be a standoff.
Oh my gosh. Yep. No. The conversation turns when you go over time. It really does. It's like Fiberific after hours.
The After Dark channel.
It's the After Dark. We should do a nighttime live stream. I'll come out here in the dark and just with wine, hang out on live for a little while. That'd be fun, right? Wine o'clock with Chantel. That would be great.
Newfoundland. They have massive dogs there, apparently.
What?
Snow dogs. Dogs that like the snow.
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Kelly says a night live stream, yes. Dad wouldn't mind if I did one every now and again. It would more be if I try to do it regularly. Wine o'clock.
There's a lot of whining at 1 o'clock.
There is normally a lot of whining at 1 o'clock. Caitlin says wine and crafts is never a good idea. Oh, I never said anything about craft, Caitlin. I said Chantel and wine. Friends don't let friends craft and drink.
At least, though, if you've had enough wine and you make a mistake, you really don't care.
Yeah, that's right. You're like, whatevs. Whatevs.
Until the next day. And
Oh,
then
we're nearly
there's
at the
regret and
edge. We're
disappointment.
nearly at the edge. We're nearly there. Yeah, Savio, I'm going to end the stream once I finish. Thing. What are you doing? Get back. Careful you don't knock power out when you're waving things around in here, Abby. It's a small space. My daughter's joined us. She's in here, like, trying to hurry me along because she's coming out to lunch as well.
Have you packed everything?
Have you got your